How's it going, guys? I'm Doctor McFarland, and today I'm going to show you how to change out cheap tuners on an acoustic guitar. And this is the culprit right here. They're kind of hexagonal looking shape. And which one is it? You see the low E string just turns and turns and turns, and it doesn't really work. So let me make sure my audio is up. And it's not. Hello, check, check. Check, check, check. All right. Forgot about that. So let me do that again. So this is how to change cheap tuners on an acoustic guitar. And the first thing we got to do is take off the screws on the back of the headstock here. So I have my camera up above me so you can see an alternative view of what I'm doing. But I do have a question there on the screen. What acoustic guitar do you play? So let me know your name, where you're from, and what kind of acoustic guitar you play. So let's have fun. And I was going to do a pre-recorded type video for this, but I was like, you know what? I need to get it done. I don't have time to sit here and edit a video for like another hour. So I'm just going to do a live stream and do it here in real time. So let me know if you can hear me okay and how your day's going. And I have a cool little Duluth trading company magnetic bowl, and that's what I'm going to be putting the screws into so that way I don't lose them. Wow. Oh. Sorry. First step is you need to loosen the actual guitar strings. That would probably help. Otherwise, we'd be in big trouble. So I have a little, string winder mechanism here. All right, and that's going to be an issue for that one. Because the low E string is not working. Alright. Let's turn this way. I've already kind of messed up on this, but it's alright. So I'm just going to hold it and then turn it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut the string on this one, just so I can release the pressure and unwind it. I do have a nice set of Elixir phosphor bronze strings here. What's up, Mike? And Takamine. Very cool. I like that sound when it goes yow. See what I'm doing here. I'm just unwinding the string. Like so. So currently, the only acoustic I have is a Sigma that I've had for about 25 years. And I contemplated changing the frets because it does need a fret dress or a fret job, like a actual fret replacement. Kind of see what's going on here. But then I found out and started researching Eastman guitars, They're made in Beijing, China. Okay. And I really like their electric guitars. And their acoustic guitars look great too. So I might just hold off on fixing my old acoustic and maybe invest in a new one. Because why not? So what I'm doing now is I'm taking the strings off. Regular acoustics. Elixir strings just have a coating on them, and they cut down on finger squeaks. I think they sound good. They feel good on your fingers, and you definitely don't have to change them as long. I know D'Addario has some coated type something acoustic string, like NYXL kind of thing. I don't have tons of experience with those. Well, I do have a set of NYXLs I need to put on one of my electrics that I've had for a little while. So yeah. So once again, I'm just taking off the strings, which can be a boring process, I know. Kind of turn this a little bit right there. So, true story, when I got my very first acoustic about 25 years ago, I broke my high E string, and I went to the local guitar store there in Alabama, in the town that I lived in. And I was like, hey, I need to buy one E string. So they sold it to me for like probably $1. I took it home, tried to, wind it up on the guitar, and I broke it again. So that's like the second time in one day, which is not good. I kind of need a cloth of some sort. Hold on. Sorry, I was not prepared for this step in the process. All right. I'm back. I'm looking for a cloth to wipe this thing down, but I do not have one here. I'm going to use a brush. I'm just going to brush it off. It's very dusty. Alright, that's good enough for now. Uh-oh. Simon Patrick Parlor. That's kind of cool. Alright, so what's neat about this utensil here is this part right there. You are simply going to... I need to move this over. Move this over like that. Okay, cool. So you're going to slide it over the top and then just pull straight up like that. So you can take the bridge pin out. So really this one tool can wind the machine head, it can take out the bridge pins, and it can cut the strings. So I highly recommend it. It's really cool. And this is actually the second acoustic I've done this with this week. The other one was an old acoustic that a guy I used to play with. And it's been at the house for a long time. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to finally fix this thing and I'll give it back to him. Okay. So something tells me that this was fairly new because it still has the plastic there on the pick guard. Man, I really need to clean this off. This is bad. All right, one moment. I think I have some napkins in the garage here. Oh. Even better. This is what I was wanting. So I have a little bit left of this Dunlop 65 guitar polish. So I'm just going to spray it down. We're about out. We are out. Alright. So you want to always make sure you wipe it down before you put a new set of strings on, because this is really your time to wipe off all the gunk and all the sweat and all the grime that you get when you're out playing shows or just playing around the house or whatever. Alright, I'm going to rip that plastic off. We don't need it on there. It's not serving any purpose at this point. So I'm just wiping everything down. And changing strings is actually a very relaxing process for me. So I enjoy doing this. I'm gonna just wipe down. See that? We're wiping down the fretboard, which is really not too gunked up. This is definitely a cheap guitar. The frets are kind of like chrome looking. I don't know. It's pretty bad. So I'm wiping down the headstock here. Huntington, established 1975. Alright, so all the strings are off. And I'll show you a close-up here of the headstock. So that's what the headstock looks like, and that's the tuners. And they're not really that great. Jeez. Alright, so let's go ahead and screw the rest of these. What's up, Francis? Francis, what kind of guitar or acoustic guitar do you play? Oh, there goes one. So if I drop these screws, it's fine. Because the tuners I'm replacing these with give me all the screws that I need, so it's not a big deal. And I'm 13 minutes in, doing alright. Shoot. I keep dropping them. I'm going to be finding screws like a year from now. Oh, there's that screw that I dropped. But that's why you have this metal bowl. And these tuners just pop right out. See, like, they just pop right out like that. So, let me pull this one out. And this is what the inside of it looks like. I'll hold it up to here, so you can see that. So I'm not sure what ratio this is, but they're not that great. But these other tuners, the Nice tuners, something like that. Can't really read it. These are very smooth. The other guitar that I put these on, they're a huge upgrade from what was on it. And it feels really good. So I'm sure if you got the same brand and put them on electric guitars, it'd be just fine. All right, we're almost done with this. Now I am gonna have to go get my drill, because we're gonna have to drill some holes here. Not very deep, but just deep enough to screw in the new screws. Guild. Oh, that's my head. Sorry. And a Simon and Patrick Woodland Folk Pro. That's cool. I like pretty much all Guild guitars. They're pretty great. So you can see that I'm holding the screwdriver in my palm, and I'm just turning it like that inside my palm. That's really cool. All right. Once again, I should have thought of this before, but let me go get my drill. All right, and we're 16 minutes in. So here's my drill. And once I get these new tuners on, we should be in business here. So I'm going to use a 5/64. Now, stick these here. Alright, so what we're going to do right after I poke out these other metal pieces, can I do it? Can I do it? Yep, there it goes. So I'm just using the edge of my screwdriver and getting it on there. Oh, jeez. That one's going to be hard to get out. I don't know why. That one was easy. Alright. So I got to get a good grip on the edge. Shoot. Let's see, I'm thinking. So let's try some pliers here. Wow, this is very cheap metal. And usually if I was doing a pre-recorded video, obviously all this would be edited out. Man, that is one tough cookie. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, this metal is very cheap. Very, very cheap. Oh, man. Well, y'all having fun yet? Y'all having fun yet? Because I thought this was going to go a lot smoother than it is. There. There we go. There's that one. So. Oh. Woo. Alright. That was enjoyable. Not enjoyable. Alright, so I do like these tuners a lot. And, oh, an orange pick. So the other tuners they sent had 2 white picks and a blue pick. And this has a purple, a green, and an orange. So that's kind of neat. Alright, 4 viewers. I'm 20 minutes in. Just got the tuners out of the headstock here. The old tuners, I should say. And now we're going to do a dry fit of the new tuner. And we're going to drill some holes. Alright. So another problem I just came across is the holes in this headstock is a little too small. So what I'm going to have to do I don't really have a reamer, which would be ideal. So what I'm going to do is put a bigger bit on this drill and then just kind of drill it out a little bit. And see if this one fits through. And it does. Alright, so it'll be tight. But this will be fine. So I'm just going to drill a little bit and then I'll do another dry fit and see what works. Okay. Sean the bassist. I really should get some kind of reaming tool, because that would probably make this process a little easier. Alright, let's switch out bits. And let's go to 5/16. And I know you're just having a blast over there, guys. So 6 people, tell me your name, where you're from, and what kind of acoustic guitar do you play? Oh yeah, this is El Cheapo Woodo for sure. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. definitely. I'm going to put some tape over this headstock just in case the wood decides to chip. Alright, something like that. From Montreal, that's right. Man, this thing is cheap. Alright, dry fit. And still doesn't fit through the hole. Great. I need to buy a rimmer. This will make this so much easier. Playing with power tools. Still not fitting. Wow. Okay. I'm making a mess in here. 27 minutes in, I still haven't got the tuners on. This is bad. This is bad. I'm thinking. I know I don't have one. I don't have a reamer. No. Definitely don't. Alright. 5/16 to 3/8. Is that going to be too big? No, that's the right size. Alright. Here we go. Going up another size here on the drill bit. And here we go. See, when I drill into this wood, it doesn't even smell like wood. It's like cheap particle board or something strange. Alright. It's a little tight. A little tight. But that's going to have to work. Alright, next hole. Whew, man. I should probably be doing this in the garage. But what the heck. Okay. Not bad. Let's do the last one on this side here. Okay. There's that. Let's do the other side. All right. I know what you're thinking. It's like, this guy's nuts. But whatever. All right. This is a very, very, very cheap guitar. Excuse me. All right, so what we're going to have to do. Okay. Get some of the burrs off here. Remind me to go on Amazon and get a reamer. Okay, that'll make this process a lot easier the next time I have to do something like this. A lot easier. Okay. Alright, so this side needs to go over here. And it just pushes on like so. Let's take this tape off. Yeah. So there's just a slight amount of damage. Like that. I'm going to grab some wood glue real fast. And glue that. Oh man. Alright. So here's some wood glue. And one viewer. So what do you think so far, one viewer? Am I doing this all wrong? Probably am. Probably am. There is always something that you run across when doing this stuff. Let's get this thing. Nope. Alright, I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's see what we've done on the other side here. If anything. So this piece right here, you see that? Whoop. That's going to go right on top. And it's going to screw on. And I have a bolt. Is this the right size? 12 millimeter. This is what I was using the other night. Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing. Alright, I'll figure that out in here a little bit. Alright, let's go here. Yeah, this is a blue headstock, so maybe a blue Sharpie or something. And that's the problem with these cheap guitars, is like, you really can't work on them because they're so dang cheap. So cheap. Alright, let's go on this side here. Gotta make sure I push that on nice and tight. So go over like that, and it'll hold that piece of wood on just fine. Alright, there's that. Let's see if I can tighten this down. I swear I feel like these are they're the same. Why isn't this? I think I need to go get my wrench. Hold on. So here's my wrench set. And I think I used, is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. It's this one right here. Alright. So we're going to tighten this down. I kind of like the crack look on the wood myself. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. We'll just tighten these down a little bit. Like so. And so these are 3 per side, but you have to kind of, they're not interchangeable on both sides. You have to match them up according to where they need to go. Let's drill this out a little bit more. Yep, that pushes right in there. And this goes over the top. And that screws on. And this tightens down. So as far as lining these up, I mean, you can always just eyeball it. Like so. That looks pretty good. So you see what I'm doing on the top there? I'm just tightening this down. 40 minutes, man. I thought I was going to at least do this in 20, at least. Because, I mean, it's really not that hard. You just take off the old ones, put on the new ones, put the strings on, and you're good. But no. I had to drill out these holes. Alright, so now the other three are going to go on the other side. And the reason why I got the drill bit out in the first place is, well, that hole actually lines up. Whoa. But that one doesn't. Not quite. So we're going to have to pre-drill the holes. And then, yeah, just, you know, put in the new screws. Alright. So we got that. It's definitely important to have the right tools for the job. So I definitely think a reamer would help in this situation. And I've had to use one before when changing tuners out on a Fender Strat years ago, like 14, 15 years ago. So I should have bought one then, and I should have just kept it, but I borrowed one from a local guitar shop, and he was like, you know, just borrow it and bring it back. It's like, all right, cool, we'll do that. But I should have just bought one, so that way I would have had it for this kind of occasion. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more drilling on this hole. That sucker's tight. 3 viewers, name, where you're from, and what kind of acoustic guitar do you play? Okay. That works for that. Push it in all the way. So later tonight, I will be filming a video combining the headrest pedal board and a Boss Katana. I'll be using the Power Amp In feature of the Boss Katana and using it as a power amp for the headrest. So therefore I can play through a 2x12 cab that I've had for years and years and years. Alright. That's on there pretty good. It looks lined up pretty well. And I swear these holes are like so close. So close. Alright, let's drill one more hole just to make sure. Alright. Drill, push, and so you push on the back side here, right? Push on the back side. Then you put the little nut and washer on the front, and you tighten it down. And I'm using a 10mm wrench, crescent wrench. Okay. I'm not going to tighten them down that much more until I get the holes drilled, which they're in this bag. All the screws are in this bag here. So I'm going to take my picks out. See, I got picks. I like these picks. They're not light. They're kind of like medium picks, probably. Alright, I'm actually going to stick these in my magnetic bowl, which you can see. Which you can see right here. See, magnetic bowl. There's my screws. Alright. Now to... Where's my drill bit? Literally just had it. I don't know. I'll use this other one here. Alright, so I'm going to double check this one more time, make sure it's all lined up. And it looks pretty good. So I'm just going to hit it with the drill. Okay. So I'm not really pushing in too far. It's really just enough to get the hole started. Man, this is all dusty now. We have to do some vacuuming in here. Alright. So let's get a screw in here. So the old headstocks machine heads, we're using 2 screws. And this setup uses 1 screw. Okay, see how I did that? You're just literally screwing it in. Well, sorry, that's my head again. There's my head again. Let's bring that up. All right. And we're screwing it in. Like so. And these screws are going to keep everything in place, so the machine head doesn't like turn. Francis, are you still with me? You must be really bored if you're watching me, because this is a complete disaster. But if it serves as some kind of comedic relief, great. I'm fine with that. Sometimes I feel like when I have important things I need to get done, it's just more fun to go live, so I can show the whole world the kind of idiot I am. Or something like that. Okay. And last one. Uh-oh. Good thing these are magnetic. Because that almost flew off the boat. There we go. Alright. Now that the screws are in place, I can go back and tighten these up a little bit more. Then I'll probably have to tighten the screws down a bit more. And what this is going to do is just push the back of this tuner all the way up against the wood. At least it should. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking a blue Sharpie will do wonders on this. You never want to over tighten. You just want to turn until it starts getting snug. Like that. And then that's it. You don't really need to do much more than that. So, taking me about 50 minutes just to get these things replaced. That's ridiculous. But like I said, there were some issues that came up that I was not really looking forward to, because the other guitar, the holes were plenty big. So this one's just a cheap guitar, and it didn't work out. So, all right, let's get the rag. Let's wipe it back down as dust goes flying everywhere. So, there's a saying I kind of came up with today, though the saying has been around for a while, but I came up with the other piece. So it goes like this: buy nice or buy twice, or find nice and buy used. Okay? So what that means is you can go for like the cheapest microphone, cheapest guitar, cheapest amplifier, but it's really not going to last you that much, right? It's not going to last you a long time like you want it to. So in that case, you need to find really nice and then buy it used, which means you're going to look online, maybe on reverb.com or Sweetwater, like the used section, or your local guitar store or whatever. Wherever you shop, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's make sure this... There we go. Alright, so now you can see the overhead look here. And find something that you really like that may be a little bit out of your price range, and then go find the same thing used. Okay? And what that's going to do is, one, you're going to save a lot of money, and then two, you're actually going to buy something that is going to last you a very long time, and you know, make sure my stream level is up, because I'm kind of a little farther away from the microphone here. Okay, so in this case, I wasn't even bothered with this guitar. I was like, it's too cheap. But, you know, find a Takamine, find a Guild, find a Epiphone, or one of the lower end Martins, and then try and find it used, and you'll get a way better instrument. Okay, so with the tuning pegs here, okay, see that? You see it? Tuning peg, not tuning peg, bridge pin. So I'm gonna crimp the string a little bit, stick it down in the hole, and then push down on the bridge pin as I'm pulling up on the string. Okay. Wow. Okay, that is cheap. That is cheap. And now let's go ahead and now line up the hole like vertically. Put the string through the hole. If you can see that or not. And then I'm going to, I don't want that much slack. A little bit less slack. So I go under the current string, back over, hold it with my finger, and then I start turning. Which I don't know where my winder is. It went somewhere, but that's fine. So I'm turning, and we should start hearing a pitch. Alright, so as soon as you hear a pitch, don't do any more. Okay? Because what can happen for beginners is they can keep turning and turning and turning, and then, wow. What did I do with my string winder? It's over here. Okay. And the more you turn, you think you're doing something, but you're really not. And then you end up breaking a string. And that's not good. Okay. So this is a 12 to 52. Yeah, 53. 12 to 53 set. Zither Beast. I have this Epiphone DR90 that belonged to my ex-wife's father, and then he died, and she gave it to me. That's nice. Had 3 strings on it when I got it, strung it up, and was simply amazed at how well it played. Yeah, that's great. I mean, cheap is cheap, but sometimes you find a good one. I mean, that's just the case. So I'm glad you ended up getting a good one out of it there. This is not always the case, but sometimes it is. Alright, so once again, I'm pushing down as I'm pulling up on the string. I feel like these bridge pins are going in sideways. It's like they're going in like kind of slanted. It's weird. Zither Beast, where are you from? Where are you at, fool? Alright, so now that I have my winder, I can use the winder. I'm going to wind it up counterclockwise. Definitely saves your forearms from having to do all that twisting. Okay, you hear a pitch? Okay. So I'm going to go nice and slow on this and make sure the bridge pins are staying in. Is that kind of what happened to the other guitar? Some of the bridge pins started wanting to come up a little bit. Okay, here's the D string. And I've been working on a song in the studio. So I may go live again a little bit later tonight. Just to say, hey, what's up? And I've started experimenting with Apple Logic or Logic Pro 10. Wow. Wow. What is going on here? So I'm definitely learning. I'm learning a lot using that. And just experimenting with another DAW. And what I like about Logic is it has tons of loops and like virtual instruments already built into the program. So we were not last night, but the night before, the co-writer on this song, he was over, and we were finding some loops to put in on the intro, like the first verse area. It kind of gave it a different mood, which we were definitely wanting. So without having all those samples available, it definitely would be a lot boring song. Or otherwise, we just we'd have to find another way to get some loops or something like that. All right, there's our pitch. I can go beyond that. And I think I usually use 80-20 bronze. But I went with the phosphor this time around because I actually asked the guitar employee or the guitar store employee. He was like, "Hey, what's the difference here?" And he said the phosphor bronze was a little bit of a warmer sound, which I'm okay with. So I think I currently have 80-20s on my, well, it was my other guitar that I actually sold. So I'm not quite sure what's on my Sigma right now, but whenever I decide to either fix my Sigma or just get a different guitar, I'll try the phosphor bronze on that one. But this would be a good experiment. It'll let me know if I like them or not. Because the feel should be about the same. Alright, so I'm still going counterclockwise on this machine head. But I'm just on the other side. So it makes it look like it's backwards, but it's not. Okay. And once again, make sure these are pushed down. Then when I'm done with this, I'm going to go get some dinner. Alright, 2 viewers. Sorry, he just left. He's like, man, this is boring. What's going on? So I'm hoping to get a string part from a violin player tonight. It may not happen, but I'm hoping. Because I really want to get this song done, but I kind of added another string part last minute. And I can do virtual strings, but I really want like a live string player to play it. So that's what I'm doing there. And on the thinner strings, I usually go at least 3 windings around. 2 or 3, something like that. Okay, so there's our pitch. Let's go ahead and cut these off. Like so. I really like this tool. I will have links down in the description if you want to check out what I use on Amazon as far as strings or little utensils. And I've also added links for a Sweetwater affiliate, which means I just send you to the homepage, and whatever you buy through that link, I get a very small commission from that. So if you want to help support what I do here on YouTube, and by buying something you would buy anyways, then be sure to click on that link, and I would be greatly appreciative of that. Especially this time of year when people are buying for Christmas and trying to get good deals. If you're going to shop anyway, you might as well click through somebody's link to help them out too. So it doesn't have to be me. It can be whoever your favorite YouTuber is. I'm sure they got affiliate links in the description of their videos. Just go check them out. Click on the link, buy something, help them out. You know, I would say this time of year, but like really any time of year. I mean, because the money we get off of AdSense is really not tons. So we basically just sit here for hours and make videos for free, for the most part. If you're watching still, how much do you sell your t-shirts? Do you ship to Canada? This shirt was through, I think, Teespring. And I'm pretty sure it ships pretty much worldwide. I'm not sure. But if you really want to support me, I mean, you can buy a t-shirt, but I'm going to get my guitar at the shop. My SDP rail pickups are in my 3.5. All right, that's cool. If you're using a headrush or a helix or anything like that, definitely go buy my IR pack from Sonic DNA. It's about $15. I think you'll get a lot more mileage from those than you will like a t-shirt maybe, but if you want to buy a t-shirt, that's fine. I really don't have the links to those in the descriptions anymore. But I may have a shop here pretty soon with bridge pins are pushed down enough. And let me grab my headstock tuner. And then I will need to find a blue Sharpie somewhere so I can fill in some of these spots here. Wow. Alright. So it's probably not going to be a great way for you to see this. Maybe. Turn this up maybe a little bit. So let's turn it on. And we're going to tune it up slowly and just make sure the bridge pins are staying where they need to. Acoustic IR. I actually have some Sigma 3 acoustic IRs. And I mean they're okay. But if you're trying to make your electric guitar sound like an acoustic, I mean, you might get by with it live, but it's really not that. It doesn't sound all that great to me. And if you have an acoustic guitar with a decent sounding preamp in it, then you really don't need acoustic IRs. But maybe one day Headrush will come out with a an amp sim or a acoustic simulator for as an effect. So that way you can kind of get a faux acoustic sound if you need to. So I'm tuning these nice and slow. Make sure the bridge pins are staying in place. And they are so far. What I like about these tuners is they're super smooth. Very smooth tuners. We're on an F, we gotta go to a G. And going back to the Sigma 3 IRs, I haven't done a review on them yet because I've literally had them for probably a year and a half. And I hadn't done a review because I just don't like them. I don't think they sound that great. If I'm going to record an acoustic guitar, I'm just going to stick a mic in front of an acoustic guitar. Now live, that's a different story. man. Is there a truss rod adjustment on this thing? Yeah, there is. There's a huge bow in this neck. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Alright, we made it to a relative pitch here. Let's go back through. Tune it up. Oh, no, waste money. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. What up, Elizabeth? Elizabeth, what kind of acoustic guitar do you play? That's what I want to know. Alright. Woo! Man, it's pretty bad. Alright, so what I do next is I like to stretch the strings a little bit. So I just hold my finger down and then lightly tug all the way down the neck. And then usually go through this process a few times. You can't really see. You can't really see that. Alright, one more time. And I'm going to send it off to its owner. And be like, look man, you got a cheap guitar. Deal with it. But something like this is fun to learn on. If you can play on this, you can pretty much play on anything. So, alright, let's go ahead and get in front of the mic here. And you can check that out. Here we go. It's a little hot. Alright, there you go. That took way longer than I thought. So just to review, here's the strings I used. Elixir, Phosphor Bronze, Nano Web. I used a guitar winder. And I used this So There headstock tuner, which I really like. And that's... I need to get some more of this stuff. The Dunlop 65 guitar polish and cleaner. So I'll have all that in the description down below. If you want to go to Amazon, buy something cool. If you want to go to Sweetwater, buy a guitar, buy an amp, whatever. Just make sure you click on the link. So that way I'll give a little bit of a commission from that. And you can help support me here on the channel. If you want to further support, go to sonicdna.com. Look up my IR pack. It's about $15. And that's another way to support me as well. And support Greg for what he does. And I do have a membership on my website where you can learn about music, gear, and recording, all for basically one price. And you get all future updates with every course that I ever put out. And it's just a way to take private lessons from me, but through video form. And you can ask questions, and I can make a whole series based around your question. So, I still have this phone over here. So yeah, go to drmcfarlandstudios.com, and it's called the Ultimate Access Bundle, where you get everything for basically one price. And so that way you learn, you help support me, and we just help each other. So thanks guys for watching. If you have any further questions, leave a comment down below. And in the meantime, I'm Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.